we came together in Ottawa strategically to seek the Lord for a governmental word, or what is God saying to the nation of Canada at this time. We'd planned this over a year ago, and it just so happened, I didn't even know until the very day that we landed on the calendar, the Jewish calendar, 40-year anniversary of the reunification of Jerusalem. You know, we all just went, whoa, what is the Lord saying? And He began to speak to us out of Revelations 21, that God is bringing His people back together. He is uniting us, and in the nation of Canada, this is His heart. One of the main themes that God showed us is that this is a convergence of times. In fact, when the Canadian Prophetic Council visited Parliament Hill, one of our young prophets saw a vision of an angel of the Lord standing over the Justice Building with one leg on either side. And he said, Lord, what is this? It was a huge angel holding a trumpet. And he said, this is the angel of the winds of change. And it's about to decree a change in the times and seasons. 2007 in April marks the 90th year anniversary of Vimy Ridge. Vimy Ridge in World War I was a key focal point of the war. The British had tried to take Vimy Ridge from the Germans. The French had tried to take Vimy Ridge from the Germans. Neither nation had been successful. They've tried over and over again. But finally they said to the Canadians, see what you can do. And the Canadians at that moment, 90 years ago, developed a strategy which was a both-and strategy. They both bombed from the air just ahead of the troops, and then they sent the ground troops in to take land. And before that, they'd only been able to advance by feet, and they'd lost 190,000 soldiers before this point. When the Canadians developed this strategy, again, it was about unity. The whole Canadian army had to walk in such unity. First the bombs, then the advance. First the bombs, then the advance. They perfected a strategy that they were able to take territory not by feet, but by yards, then kilometers, and finally they took the entire hill. And the other countries said, this day Canada has truly become a nation in the eyes of the nations of the earth. And God began to speak to us prophetically. That's the strategy I want you to take in this hour. First, the intercession, the fasting, the prayer, then the advance into reformation of society. Send the troops, send the young generation, send them out there to reform media, government, arts, but back them up, first of all, with intercession, fasting, and prayer. In 1967, Canada hosted Expo 67. And the theme of that expo was man and his world. It exalted man. It brought in a philosophy of humanism that permeated the times and the seasons of that generation. And we believe that God says you have a 3-year window till the Olympics that are hitting Canada in Vancouver in 2010 to put people in place in the next international event where nations around the world will gather in Canada yet once more to bring the glory of God and let Him have dominion.